Larry, 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 Larry Lane switched lanes, now he running new games. G.G.C hit the ground, so we changed up the name. Now it's E.H.P, whatever that means. Same scam, new letters, same recycle routines. Password on the Vimeo like he hiding the truth, but I downloaded that thing, it's sitting ready in the booth. He keep jumping ship like he trying to stay loose. New pitch, same glitch, same snake in the suit. He say extra medical benefits, boy, stop the pretend. $53 ain't a bonus, it's a dead end trend. Get back to the person who sent you the vid, Larry. That's suspicious, we know what you did. Larry Lane, why you always switching up the plan? G.G.C to E.H.P, you the scammer with a brand. Trying to act official, but you never had a chance. We gon' break it down and make the whole crowd dance. Larry Lane, why you always switching up the plan? G.G.C to E.H.P, you the scammer with a brand. Trying to act official, but you never had a chance. We gon' break it down and make the whole crowd dance. He say no one loses, but the math look broke. $53 and some medical smoke. Free position in a downline, that's the same old spin. Larry, every scheme you touch got the same cheap grin. Password on the video like it's top secret stuff, but I got the file saved. Larry, you not tough. Tomorrow on the stream, we gon' pull it apart. Queen of Karma in the building, time to finish the art. Larry Lane, why you always switching up the plan? G.G.C to E.H.P, you the scammer with a brand. Trying to act official, but you never had a chance. We gon' break it down and make the whole crowd dance. Larry Lane, why you always switching up the plan? G.G.C to E.H.P, you the scammer with a brand. Trying to act official, but you never had a chance. We gon' break it down and make the whole crowd dance. Every week a new pitch, every pitch a new flop. He rebrands so much, he should open a shop. Call it Larry's Little Lies, put it right on the block. But Queen of Karma pulling up, time to talk. Larry Lane.
In the G.G.C Telegram group. Meeting tonight? Working on it. Meeting tonight, yes or no? Hey guys, super frustrated to be honest. No Zoom tonight. There are no updates at the moment and did not hear from the board. Sorry it's so late. PAB has been messaging. No need to waste your time and ours with the same no updates. Thank you. And Larry pins this to the top of the chat. On July 13th, 2026, Larry Lane posted to his Vimeo, E.H.P, 8 life-changing minutes, not MLM, not network marketing. Affiliate and referral marketing equals money, money, money. The next day when I went to go look at the video, it was password protected. But that's okay because I downloaded it. So let's watch it together.
Hello everybody, Larry Lane here. Just going to take the next couple of minutes to tell you about something that I learned about probably 3 days ago. Super excited. I haven't slept a lot since I learned about it. So make sure you watch the video 2 times. This is not network marketing. It's not MLM. It's affiliate marketing.
Hello everyone. Hello, how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all doing very well. Hello, Joe. It's wonderful, wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Violet. Joe, still better than O coin, right? Everything is better than O coin. Hello, Unicorn Girl. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Larry Lane switches lanes again. Yes, that is what we will be talking about. Pig hand wavings to you too, Joe. Larry, are you cheating on G.G.C? Naughty boy. Naughty boy. I tried to get a hold of Larry, but he hasn't answered me back yet. So who knows? Maybe he'll show up, maybe not. But today, I believe that what we are going to be talking about is employee retention credits and an employee retention credit scam. Now, I am not sure exactly what scam this is. I got an email. Shout out to the person that sent me an email. I don't know if you want me to say who you are or not. Let me know. You can feel free to say it in my comments or here in the chat. And they said, hey, here's a video that you might find very interesting, Queen. Check this out. And they sent me a link to Larry Lane's Vimeo. And so I went and I immediately downloaded the video because I've been doing this for way too long. And then I watched the video and it's quite fascinating. So I thought that we would watch the video together and see what Larry has to say. Now, if you're new here or you're catching up, let's just take a moment to talk about Larry Lane, a man who has become a recurring character in our scam investigations. He's quite the character here on my channel. We call Larry twin number one in the Hollywood scamming twins duo. Check out that video if you want a larger background on him. He and his twin brother Gary made that documentary about Dolly Parton called Still Working 9 to 5. And they did other fascinating Hollywood endeavors. Go check it out. Tonight, we are talking about Larry Lane's questionable programs. Or really scams. Allegedly, in my opinion, as Jesse says. Larry isn't just involved in these questionable programs. He has a pattern of hopping from one scheme to the next, each one collapsing or rebranding before he moves on to the next shiny acronym. So here's the timeline that we have followed. Larry was the L in Nilo Life. This was his earliest appearance on my channel, and it was a wellness meets crypto meets MLM hybrid that promised big returns, big health benefits, and big dreams. It fizzled out like most of the hype-based programs do. Next came Lev.ai. Lev AI. He was doing that one with Randy Schroeder. And it was another innovative opportunity with vague promises, unclear structure, and the same recruitment-heavy tactics. Larry promoted it hard until him and Randy seemed to have broken up. And I did cover all of this. You can see all of the live streams and videos on my channel here. After Lev AI, Larry jumped into G.G.C, Global Gold Coin, a program that marketed itself as a community-driven financial opportunity. It has all the classic red flags. Unclear leadership, they just kind of have like their board, inconsistent claims, and a heavy emphasis on recruiting. An alleged vault full of God knows what, but apparently they're worth a lot of money and they back up their crypto coin, and apparently they also have a gold mine. Lots of crazy stuff. But it appears that G.G.C may be starting to fall apart. And this past week, their last meeting ended up being canceled. And this was after they didn't launch when they were supposed to on the 4th of July. And now, according to this video we're about to watch, Larry appears to be promoting something called E.H.P. The problem? There is no identifiable company, no public website that he attaches himself to, no official program that I can really find, and no documentation for this version of E.H.P. It looks like yet another rebrand of the same employee benefit scam ecosystem that the feds have already been tracking. The ones that recycle ERC style scripts, fake bonuses, and referral funnels. Larry's pattern is consistent. When one scheme collapses, he pivots to the next acronym, the next program, the next pitch. So tonight we're breaking down exactly what EHP scams are, how they work, and why Larry's version is so hard to trace and you should definitely not trust it. Because if Larry Lane is doing it, stay far away, in my opinion. Hello, Nev. Good to see you. Larry Lane, incoming Bob. Maybe, yes. Pivot. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. That is now password protected.
Hello everybody, Larry Lane here. Just going to take the next couple of minutes to tell you about something that I learned about probably 3 days ago. Super excited. I haven't slept a lot since I learned about it. So make sure you watch the video 2 times. This is not network marketing. It's not MLM. It's affiliate marketing. I think you're going to be very excited. So
I would be very worried about any kind of employee retention credit that is given via affiliate marketing. I'm just saying, all right, because you have to be a licensed CPA or payroll provider in order to file the Form 941X. And that is the form that you need to fill out, all right, in order to get something like that. I smell something, and it's not the Canadian wildfires. Yes, be safe out there.
You might remember a couple of years ago, there was a company called ERC. Basically, that was a government-funded program, hundreds of billions of dollars. And what the goal was to help businesses keep their full-time employees on their medical insurance. They paid out about $283 billion. It was very lucrative, but it was also very clunky and junky. And, you know, businesses had to pay 10 to 15% to be a part of it. A lot of times, if you got a big contract, it might take 6 months to a year to get through where you actually started getting paid. So what we've done at E.H.P, we have actually revamped this program. We've actually revamped it. It is now actually through tax incentives. So we've got money on the back end of all these tax incentives that's just sitting there, and we're looking to help businesses take advantage of that.
Does that not sound sus? It sounds a little sus to me. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. All right? I'm worried about people that don't know who Larry Lane is and that he's been in all of these scams in a row. And now they're watching this video and they're thinking like, oh, maybe this guy can help me. Hi, Jelly Snack. Good to see you. A business scam. Great, right? With tax incentives. Uh-huh.
So the reason they're doing this is because they want people right now that are on a W-2 and they're working full-time, at least 30 hours a week. They want to look at business owners being able to give them some health care and some stuff absolutely free. And the reason they're doing that is preventative health. They want to spend a couple of dollars now. So literally people in the United States that are working a full-time job in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, they actually have access to health care that they utilize, take advantage of. And now when those people get in their 60s and 70s and 80s, we don't have that chronic illness. We don't have all of those billions of dollars being spent on medicines and nursing homes and all that. We want to get people healthy right now in the workforce. That's why they're doing this, okay?
Yeah, they were like, you know what? We got all these extra tax things. We're just going to hand them out to these affiliate marketers to give it. Yeah, no, that sounds totally legit. That's what they would do.
So now businesses can qualify absolutely free. All they have to do, the minimum requirement, they have to have 10 employees that are on a W-2, and those 10 employees have to be working at least 30 hours a week. 30 hours or more, now they're qualified for the program. So that business owner, let's just say, for example, that business owner ran a big restaurant and he's got 100 employees that work full-time on a W-2 that are doing 30 hours a week. So what he would get through the program, if he got all 100 qualified and owned the program, he would get $53.33 for each one of those 100 people. So 100 times 53.33, that's $5,333 that you just got that business owner for absolute free, and now he gets all of his employees extra medical. Now, the medical provider we're using is called Revive, and they're an incredible program. It's a private health membership. Just to show you how good Revive is and the packaging and what's involved, there's 4.6 million people across the United States that use this healthcare plan and pay $100 a month for it on average.
The shitty thing about this is that the US, you pay a lot for healthcare, right? And there are people that are desperate and need healthcare. And there's just something really disgusting about preying on people that are sick or disabled, and they might still be working. My husband worked when he was one of those men that are like, I'm not going to stop working till I'm dead. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I'm just kind of like, damn, man. People fall for this kind of thing all the time. And it's always vulnerable people. I'm sure a real business owner wouldn't look to an MLM for benefit help. Well, that's the thing, right? But they're calling it affiliate program, which we know if he's in it, it's not just an affiliate program. And you know that they would get paid out of whatever tax incentives that you're getting, right? So, what the hell, Larry? Like, this is scummy.
$1,200 a year. Okay, so the business owner, again, 100 employees, they qualify, he gets $53.33. That's $5,333 for that business owner. What do the employees get? The employees get, now through Revive, 10,000 qualified trained doctors. They are exclusive to Revive. Telemedicine, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Also, those doctors can do prescriptions. We have a prescription plan through this as well. Prescriptions up to 60, 70, 80% off. They even have, if you're having problems in your marriage, they have marriage counseling. They have therapists. If you need a therapist, they've got all this included. It also includes up to 5 family members are included in this package, absolutely free for you and 5 of your family members. The other thing the employee gets, which is really great, is a tax rebate. So let's just say that full-time employee working their 30 hours a week, they're taking $400 a month out of their check. Once they get set up on this program for free, not only do they get all the medical benefits, they also get a tax rebate, which is going to save them about $100, maybe $125 that now goes back into their check. So they're making more money. What do you get as the referrer? Remember, you can join as an affiliate absolutely free. You start referring businesses like I just told you. They're going to have a
and then you get a bunch of money for referring them, right? And getting them in. But then you want them to also refer, and etc. Right? Come on, Larry.
100 qualified people on the plan. You're going to get $15 for all 100 people that you referred. Business owner gets $53.33 a month. You get $15 on all 100. The person that shared it with you, which is one level up, they get $5 on all 100. The person that brought in that person, they get $1. So $1 for 100 people is $100. These are direct deposits that go automatically into your account every single month. So it is a 3-tier. We also have an incredible thing with our team. We have incredible people that are experts. They work with the benefits. They know all the laws with the taxes. They help us set up the businesses. So if you have a business that's actually interested, let me show you how easy this is. If you're in a restaurant and you literally are talking to the restaurant owner, you just let them know, hey, you know, I'm actually working with a tax incentive program.
Oh yeah, no, they'll love that. They'll love that. Just go and tell them, hey, I'm working with this thing and get our tax benefits in the middle of the workday.
Looking for business owners like yourself to actually give you some rebates, to actually give you some cash bonuses, and to actually help you with your employees to set them up for some free and extra medical. Remember, our program is extra. If a business owner already has medical insurance, this goes on top of it. It's separate. So you literally tell that business owner, hey, do you have, can I ask a couple of questions? They're going to say absolutely. The first question would be, you know, how many full-time employees do you have working at least 30 hours a week on a W-2? And they're going to give you a solid number. He's going to say maybe 50, okay? Or he could say, I've got 100 at least that are full-time on a W-2 that work 30 hours a week. So if you use that logic, say, well, how would an extra $5,333 a month sound to you? Because I've got a way to actually get your 100 employees that are working full-time some extra medical and get you a kickback off of this tax incentive program that I work for. He's going to say, absolutely. I'm going to say, well, what I'm going to do, you pick a time that I can set you up with one of our experts, and we're going to Google Doc that and set up a meeting, and they're going to come on and answer all your questions. So in our team, we have about 75 people that do that all day, every day. You get the business interested, they set up a time when they can do a Google Doc.
So you have a team with 75 people, and you are the ones helping fill out these forms for this without the proper qualifications. Got it.
Our experts, they come in, they close it, they do all the questions, they answer everything, they do the heavy lifting. They even vet all of the employees and see who's qualified. They sign up the contract, everything gets done. And then usually it takes, if we have between 10 and 1,000 employees, that is our sweet spot. That's taking anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 weeks to qualify those contracts. So this is life-changing. I truly believe in the next 90 to 120 days, there will be millions of businesses that are doing exactly what I just told you, because there's more and more reps coming on every single day, more affiliates that are spreading the word. They're walking into the businesses, they're letting them know about this money and this incentive, and nobody's going to lose. You don't lose as an affiliate because you sign up for free. The business doesn't lose because they are coming in absolutely free, and all of their qualified employees, they're going to get $53.33, and then the employee definitely doesn't lose. They're getting all this extra medical, they're getting tax rebates, so they're making.
I'm supposed to believe that you're going to pay for every employee that qualifies.
More money. So it is a win-win. Get back to the person that got you to look at this video. You should have their referral link. You should already have a free position, and let's get you started. So everybody, thank you so much. Enjoy. This is going to be amazing.
This is going to be amazing. So this was uploaded, as I said, on the 13th, 2 days ago. Do we think that Larry is about to leave Global Gold Coin and now concentrate on this? Free money from the government for everyone, right? I looked at all his socials. I couldn't find the exact program yet. There wasn't a link under this. It was just called image, blah, 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 as you saw in the beginning of this. If you missed it, then make sure that you check out the intro. A soft exit, Jelly says. But I don't know if it tells you on Vimeo if someone downloaded your video or not. But I downloaded it, and then I was like, oh, I should probably get a screenshot of the whole thing instead of just a screenshot of the text like I did. And a screenshot of his video, it was like separate, right? And when I went back to do that, it was like, this is password protected. Oh, good thing I downloaded it, huh? That's what Larry Lane had to say about his new scheme. So he brings up a couple of things here that I want to talk about. He brings up the employee retention credit. Okay, he brings that up. So maybe not everyone is familiar with what that is, because it sounds like they think that they're applying for this somehow. So I just want to make sure that we get the right information out here. Okay? So, as you can see, we are on the official IRS website. Because if you are applying for this through anything other than the IRS website in the United States, then it's a scam. So make sure that it's going via the IRS. So the Employee Retention Credit, ERC, sometimes called the Employee Retention Tax Credit, or ERTC, is a refundable tax credit for certain eligible businesses and tax-exempt organizations. The requirements are different depending on the time period for which you claim the credit. And these are some FAQs. So he keeps saying that everyone makes it sound like everyone's eligible for whatever this is, okay? And he keeps talking about how employees can get this. So let's talk about that. So, is every business eligible for the employee retention credit? No. And when they say, like Larry Lane says, oh, we're going to have our experts come in and do it, that's just his upline. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, who's your experts? Can you drop a link? Can we see the website? It sounds fishy. Some promoters tell taxpayers that every employer qualifies for ERC. This is not true. Eligibility for the ERC depends on your specific facts and circumstances. There are very specific eligibility requirements for claiming the ERC. Okay? So here, there is one, of course, from March 13th to December 31st, 2021. All right, and that is about COVID. So I don't think we need to worry about that right now. But a self-employed individual who has employees and who otherwise meets the requirements to be an eligible employer may be eligible for the ERC based on qualified wages they paid to employees. Self-employed individuals can't include their own self-employment earnings or wages paid to related individuals when calculating the credit. Employers in U.S. territories are eligible to claim ERC if they meet other eligibility requirements. For information about qualified wages paid by employers in the U.S. territories, see Notice 2021-20. Who is not eligible to claim the ERC? Let's take a look at what they say. You don't qualify for the ERC if you didn't operate a business or tax-exempt organization with employees. Some examples of taxpayers who are not eligible to claim the ERC and are often targeted by ERC scam promoters include individual taxpayers who are not business owners, employees, retirees, self-employed individuals who do not have any employees, household employers, employers that didn't pay wages to employees during the qualifying time periods, employers who experienced supply chain disruptions but did not experience a full or partial suspension of operations by qualifying order, government agencies. Some other limitations or exceptions apply in certain quarters for certain types of employers. And what I'm going to do is I am going to leave you a link to this in my chat. It should already be in there by the time that you hear this. And that way you can read that all for yourself if you want to know more information about all of that. Also from the IRS, give me a second, I'll also put that in our chat so that you can also read this if you would like, but I'm going to read it to you in a second. The IRS has put a warning out saying that you need to learn the warning signs of employee retention credit scams. Okay. What they say is businesses and tax-exempt organizations should watch out for telltale signs of misleading claims involving the employee retention credit. Scammers and unscrupulous promoters continue to run aggressive broadcast advertising, direct mail solicitations, and online promotions for the credit. Many of these ads wildly misrepresent and exaggerate who can qualify for the ERC, which is sometimes also called ERTC or the Employee Retention Tax Credit. Anyone who improperly claims the ERC will have to pay it back, possibly with penalties and interest. So that's not good. We don't want anyone to have to do that. That would be awful. Bookmarked, yes. Why, Larry? Why? Exactly. Larry cannot help you with this. He's a Hollywood actor, all right, who did Fear Factor and made a documentary about Dolly Parton's 9 to 5, working 9 to 5. You know that? Anyway, that's who he is. And then he did a bunch of scams because him and his brother can't really get work anymore. They getting old. All right, they aren't really like the cute twins. Twins are wanted for kid acting, and then once you're an adult, it kind of, dies down. So they were like, we'll just scam people instead, basically. So they don't have the knowledge or anything. Like, I couldn't help you fill out these forms. I have no clue. It would be like coming to me, a Canadian, and saying, Queen, help me fill out the forms to apply for this. I would be like, I have no fucking clue what to do here. It's the same sort of thing. Don't trust it at all. But if you go through, Larry, you may need to pay it all back with penalties and interest. And that's something that you need to know. The IRS doesn't want that to happen. And neither do I, Queen of Karma, or any of my community here. We don't want that to happen to you either. Employers should know what the credit is and who qualifies and be on the lookout for the warning signs of a scam. And they should rely on the advice of a trusted tax professional. Like your own. You go and find another one. You go find one local to you. Not on the internet, not on TikTok, not on YouTube, not on Vimeo. Okay? No. No Vimeo, no. Go find an actual tax professional, because that's ridiculous. Do not rely on the advice of aggressive marketing or unsolicited proposals about the ERC. So I'm unsure if in the US there is another ERC that you can get. But based on my research, this happened in COVID. Like, this is something that you were supposed to claim because of COVID. And it's kind of like over now. But for some reason, people are still going, oh, you guys can get it because there's a whole bunch of like extra insurance just sitting around and like all kinds of other bullshit. Because according to the IRS right here, it says that the ERC is a refundable COVID-19 era tax credit designed for employers that kept paying employees well shut down because of a COVID-19 related government order, or that had a requisite decline in gross receipts during the eligibility periods. And apparently that was like 2021 and before. The credit can be claimed only by eligible businesses and tax-exempt organizations that had employees during specific time periods. Anyone considering claiming ERC should carefully review the specific eligibility requirements at irs.gov/ERC. Eligible employers who need help claiming the credit should work with a trusted tax professional. And they literally leave you a link to help you choose one. It's the IRS website. They are the Canadian, or sorry, the Canadian. I'm Canadian. They are the United States tax place. And this is a tax that you are supposed to apply through them. So you can trust them to tell you how to, what it's about. Not Larry Lane. That's my point. That's why I went right to their website. I was like, if we are going to be talking about this, we're going to the source. I swear he gets involved with the sketchiest stuff. Like, I thought he was a successful celebrity. What happened, Larry? What happened? You even have an IMDb page. So, warning signs of an ERC scam include, let's see if, any of these pop up, from Larry's video that he just did. Unsolicited calls or advertisements mentioning an easy application process. That was present. Statements that the promoter or company can determine ERC eligibility within minutes or before any discussion of the employer's tax situation. The employer retention credit is a complex credit that requires careful review before applying. The next one is large upfront fees to claim the credit. Fees based on a percentage of the refund amount of ERC claimed. Promoters telling businesses to claim the ERC because they have nothing to lose. Those who improperly receive the credit could have to repay it, along with substantial interest and penalties. Promoters telling businesses to ignore the advice of their trusted tax professional. I would ignore anyone telling you to go to them instead, right? Like, if you're getting advice about this in any way, they should be saying, go to a trusted tax professional, ask them. I have no clue. Okay? That's what the answer should be, always. These promoters may lie about eligibility requirements. In addition, anyone using these promoters' services could be at risk of someone trying to steal their identity or use their information to take a cut of the improperly claimed credit. And here's the thing, is that if you're getting a credit, okay, you don't give a cut of that to Larry. All right, Larry shouldn't be getting $53 for every employee that you sign up that could be eligible for this. Like, that just sounds ridiculous on its own. So how the promoters lure victims. The IRS continues to see a variety of ways that promoters can lure businesses, nonprofit groups, and others into applying for the credit. Aggressive marketing. ERC ads are appearing almost everywhere, including radio, television, and online, as well as phone calls and text messages. Okay, I don't believe they're doing ads for this. Direct mailing. Some ERC promoters are living in 1953. Are sending letters to taxpayers from non-existent groups like the Department of Employee Retention Credit. Scammers will create these letters to look like official IRS correspondence or an official government mailing with language urging immediate action. And unless you're applying to the IRS directly, like, how do you know what's going on? Like, I'm just saying. Leaving out key details. Third-party promoters of the ERC often don't accurately explain eligibility requirements or how to calculate the credit. They may make broad arguments suggesting that all employers are eligible without evaluating an employer's individual circumstances. In addition, many promoters don't tell employers that they can't claim the ERC on wages that they reported as payroll costs if they received Paycheck Protection Program loan forgiveness. So if you are an employer out there and you got the Paycheck Protection Program loan forgiveness, you cannot get this. I am also going to leave one more link in the chat here. Sorry, I had a brain freeze for a second. And again, please come to this link. Come and read everything. Okay, because this is all of the information that you need. This is how you apply. Here are all of how you are eligible, the limitations, everything. So if you think, okay, that you're, eligible for this, come and look on this and see. See for yourself. Don't go to someone like Larry Lane and be like, hey, Larry, sign me up to your affiliate program so that I can apply for the ERC. You don't need that. And even though it's free, it's like, I don't like this. You can get charged for tax fraud or something. All right. Now, I was searching for more information to see if I could find a specific company. And like I said, as of right now, I can't, because Revive is just like a telemedicine, telehealth thing, apparently. So it doesn't matter that they're using it. Basically, though, I want to talk for a moment about how there are employee health plan scams in the USA, and that they typically fall into two main categories: fraudulent health insurance sold to workers and fake wellness tax avoidance schemes. Okay, so I want to go over this in case this is what's going on here. So, fake employer and union plans. Fraudsters sell cheap health coverage by falsely claiming the plan is exempt from state regulations under ERISA or is a union plan. Legitimate ERISA plans are established by employers or unions themselves and are not sold by outside insurance agents. Scammers may also use illegal multiple employer welfare arrangements, MEWAs, which offer rock bottom premiums but default on all claims. And then the wellness tax scam, which this sounds like a wellness tax scam. Larry was discussing health and wellness, and I went, red flags are everywhere. And always with this, everything he mentioned in that video, I was like, red flag there, red flag over there. We need the red flag guy. We need the red flag guy to watch that and be like, red flag, and run around and stuff. That would be fun. Just saying. Joe says, a legitimate business owner with legitimate tax advisors, which, you would think they would all have, would know all about what they can do and can't. And that is why this is such a stupid affiliate marketing program as well. I feel like it's unsustainable. I feel all MLMs are unsustainable, but this one is just stupid. Especially if they're trying to claim that it has something to do with the ERCs. Because the way he lays it out at the beginning is he's all like, remember those? They sucked. We've got something better, and it will also help your health and wellness. And I was like, okay, well, now we're taking all these scams and merging them together. I don't like it. There were more red flags than a CCP May Day parade. That's right. So the wellness tax scams, okay? Promoters target employees by suggesting a pre-tax payroll reduction. The money is then returned to the employee's paycheck as a tax-free wellness payment minus a hefty promoter's fee. These schemes are illegal and can leave workers with massive back tax liabilities and penalties with the IRS. So what are the red flags to watch out for? Unusually cheap coverage with zero deductibles or copays. Plans issued with few or no medical questions. Right? Because if it's a health wellness plan, even for insurance, they usually do a medical check. Wait, he's offering health and wellness? What sorcery is this? Right? Exactly. Plans claiming to be covered only by stop-loss insurance. Telemarketers or emails asking for your social security number, something I would never give to Larry Lane. Medicare number, another number I would never give to Larry Lane. Fuck, I'd never even give him my phone number. Or bank details to enroll you in a health plan. All right? I hate this. I hate that this is even a thing. And I hate that people are being tricked into these schemes. How to verify and report. All legitimate insurance companies and agents must be licensed by your state. Check with your National Association of Insurance Commissioners to verify a company's license. And I will, of course, leave you the link to the NAIC so that you can do that in future, all right? I don't think you can actually apply for the ERC anymore, but just if anyone ever approaches you and they are like, you want to get a health and wellness insurance, look them up on there. Look them up on here. All right? It will lead you to this. Look them up. See if they're there. If not, then don't do it. Report suspected workplace health insurance fraud directly to the U.S. Department of Labor or the Federal Trade Commission. Alrighty. So as you can see, I was looking for the employee health plan scam in the USA to see what would pop up. I was trying to find the specific one, but I really couldn't. And I looked all over. Larry is very, very new to this. We're very, very early. We are early! We're very early this time to the game. So, we caught him. We caught him doing this video. And now you've seen it. And so, if in the very, very near future, Larry Lane is all like, oh, hey, guys, I'm leaving G.G.C. Now you will not be shocked because he went from G.G.C. to E.H.P. LMNOP. I don't know. Okay. I'm just that's what Larry Lane is doing. So that is all I've got for you guys today. Be wary of any of these insurance scams. They are all over the place. All right. And there are tons of insurance MLMs. We've covered them in the past. And I plan on finding out which one this is and covering it in full in the future, Larry. Yes, I'm very excited, Larry, to find out what scam, what E.H.P scam you are a part of. Because you didn't leave a link or even title your damn video. I don't think anyone was supposed to see that, huh, Larry? Well, too bad. Too bad for you. So if you're wondering what I have been doing today, today is Wednesday, which means that we do Healing After Coercive Control Wednesday. We took a little break, but it is back. That's right. Today we're going deeper than we ever have. Coercive control isn't just a bad relationship or a toxic situation. It's a systemic dismantling of your autonomy, your identity, your nervous system, and your ability to trust yourself. It changes how you think, how you react, how you make decisions, and how you see yourself. Many survivors walk away feeling confused about why they can't bounce back or move on. The truth is simple. Coercive control doesn't just hurt you emotionally, it rewires you, especially if you've been in a situation where you were controlled for a long time. Healing requires more than positivity or surface level advice. It requires understanding what happened, reclaiming what was taken, and rebuilding the parts of yourself that were intentionally targeted. So today we're focusing on deep recovery, the kind that acknowledges the science, the psychology, and the lived reality of coercive control. If you've ever felt stuck, frozen, overwhelmed, or disconnected from yourself, you're not alone. You're healing from something designed to erase you. Let's begin the work of getting you back. And every Wednesday we do this. So I do a post about the science. There's a post about freezing, since, we just spoke about freezing. I try to put a meme up for some, humor. These are actual exercises that you can do. We have one to reclaim your internal voice, rebuild your nervous system, practice micro decisions, challenge the internalized critic, reconnect with safe people, repairing yourself from the isolation that you experienced. Alrighty. And then we closed it off at about 5 p.m. And now I'm live. So I really wanted to just say that I do that every Wednesday. We're going back. Took a break for a couple weeks because I was just too busy. I was enjoying the summer for a little bit. Please forgive me for taking time with my family a tiny bit. I'm just joking with all of you guys. But that's what we're doing every single Wednesday. So if you were in a cult, if you were in an MLM, if you're in a DV situation, if anything like that, if you even want to learn more about how to have your own autonomy, it can help you with that too. Every single Wednesday, I post that up on my community tab. And then the rest of the week, I post up about MLMs on Monday. And then I post up random scam stuff throughout the week and the videos I do, How dare you spend time with your family? I had to read it like that, Joe. But yeah, so we're back to it today, and today's was awesome. I was super excited to post it. I have worked really hard over the last couple weeks as well at tuning some things, because I'm trying to go deeper and deeper with it. We've been doing it almost every Wednesday now for over a year on my community tab. And so, we've done a lot of work on ourselves this past year. If you've been doing that work with me, then we have done a lot this year. Congratulations to you. You're fucking killing it. Look at you fucking healing and growing. Look at you go. Congratulations. No longer a victim, always a survivor. So let's just keep going. We're going to keep doing it. I hope that all of you have a fabulous, amazing rest of your evening. I am going to go relax. I am still working on some videos and some things behind the scenes here, so I don't know if there'll be a stream tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night, if people are going live, we'll see what happens. But there will be a Friday this week. Do not worry, because there wasn't one last week because I was busy. So there will be one this week. I will for sure see you all then. But I love all of your faces. Thank you for hanging out with me and Larry. Larry, hit me up, all right? Come on the channel and explain yourself, sir. What are you doing? Because I even wrote a community tab post about that. I was like, Larry, what are you trying to pull here? Come explain. Is G.G.C over? Because we're scared that they're about to pull the rug. You know, they didn't launch at the beginning of the month. Their last meeting was canceled because they didn't have any news. And now it appears that Larry Lane has gone from G.G.C to E.H.P. So make sure you subscribe if you aren't so that you can stay tuned to my channel to find out what he gets into next. I love all of your faces, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Larry Lane switch lanes, now we running new games. G.G.C hit the ground, so we changed up the name. Now it's E.H.P, whatever that means. Same scam, new letters, same recycle routines. Password on the Vimeo like he hiding the truth, but I downloaded that thing, it's sitting ready in the booth. He keep jumping ship like he trying to stay loose. New pitch, same glitch, same snake in the suit. He say extra medical benefits, boy stop the pretend. $53 ain't a bonus, it's a dead end trend. Get back to the person who sent you the vid, Larry. That's suspicious, we know what you did. Larry Lane, why you always switching up the plan? G.G.C to E.H.P, you the scammer with a brand. Trying to act official, but you never had a chance. We gon' break it down and make the whole crowd dance. Larry Lane, why you always switching up the plan? G.G.C to E.H.P, you the scammer with a brand. Trying to act official, but you never had a chance. We gon' break it down and make the whole crowd dance. We say no one loses, but the math look broke. $53 and some medical smoke. Free position in a down line, that's the same old spin. Larry, every scheme you touch got the same cheap grin. Password on the video like it's top secret stuff, but I got the file saved. Larry, you not tough. Tomorrow on the stream, we gon' pull it apart. Queen of comma in the building, time to finish the art. Larry Lane, why you always switching up the plans? G.G.C to E.H.P, you the scammer with a brand. Trying to act official, but you never had a chance. We gon' break it down and make the whole crowd dance. Larry Lane, why you always switching up the plans? G.G.C to E.H.P, you the scammer with a brand. Trying to act official, but you never had a chance. We gon' break it down and make the whole crowd dance. Every week a new pitch, every pitch a new flop. He rebrands so much, he should open a shop. Call it little lies, put it right on the block. But Queen of Karma pulling up, time to talk. Larry Lane.